Hello, Capricorn. Welcome to Ula Tea Leaf Readings. My name is Lenor. My name is Lenor, not Ula. I wish it was, but my name is Lenor. And I want to welcome you. Welcome. I know, I'm in a silly mood. I've been off again for like 2 days. Haven't filmed in 2 days, and I am just... what did they used to say? You're full of, how do I can't even say it. She's full of, I can't even say just the letter. P-E-E and vinegar. Sorry, algorithm, I love you. Let's get started. All right, here we go. Capricorn, we have the Knight of Wands. This is all about passion, desire, motivation, creativity, that, form giving. No, it's not form giving. Life giving. That fire that animates things. You have an idea. Ooh, I would love, I'm trying to think to build a sandcastle, right? Kind of a usually like a passive want. I don't know. There's probably some pretty bout it sandcastle makers. I know they used to have those like competitions and stuff. They'd even be on TV sometimes. But then you get that fire in you, right? It's not just an idea I'm thinking about while I'm sitting on my couch at home. No. I'm going to get up, I'm going to get the bucket, I'm going to get in the car, I'm going to take it to the ocean, to the lake, to wherever there's some sand to build in, and I'm going to do the thing. And that's what that energy is all about. It's like that little thing of getting it going, right? So, not only do we have that fiery energy, but we have the master, the knight. That top of the mountain, been doing this for years kind of energy. So we're going to see, how is this going to interact with our tea leaves? And I have to tell you, as I was putting everything out, when I was getting the tea poured and drank, I had this very clear, very, very clear whisper of, I'm not going to beg. I don't know what that means. I know it's not a personal message. I don't mind begging, baby. No, I'm kidding. But I'm not really, but I sometimes have very, very little honor. I'll beg for that last piece of, cornbread or whatever it is. I have no qualms about that. But so it's not for me. This is not my message. But yeah, it feels like, I don't know, maybe it's a conversation you had. Maybe it's something that you have been thinking. Maybe somebody said it to you, I don't know. But I am not going to beg. That's the big energy that came through there. All right, so we have a person standing over here, and I want to say thank you for clicking on the reading. Thank you for being here. If you want to like, subscribe, leave a comment, the algo wants me to say that. I love you. I love you. I love you. I want to ask as little as possible from you, but I just need you to know that it does mean a lot that you're sharing your time with me. I know our time is precious. And to be here with you, heart-to-heart communing, it is a blessing for me. So thank you. All right, so we have a person over here. Here's the head. Let me get my stick. Here's the head. Here's the upper torso, the arm, out into the rim, which is the metaphysical zone. So when I see that our formations are really kind of touching up in there, I know that you are fully immersed in your spiritual work, in your convictions, your virtues. And I also think really it must be because we have this eye over here. Look at this. There's an eye also on that rim. I feel like you've been probably having like visions, dreams, encounters with, intelligences or entities. It could be going deep in the psyche. You're experiencing archetypes, but I almost feel like you are. I just keep getting this image of like a traveler wandering, not the hermit, not the fool, but somebody who stays close to the path, but sometimes will, diverge, right? Go out into the woods a little bit. So you're not afraid to explore, but you do stay close to where you know you need to be. You're not somebody who loses focus of your priorities. But I do feel like in this time, maybe things within work and business and all of that have slowed down a little bit, because I do feel like you have maybe just a smidgen, a crumb more of time to put into this work. Okay. Now, we have 2 dogs. One is barking right here. So we have protectors. And I feel like these are your spiritual protectors really coming up. We also have the number 203. We also have over here, it looks like a squirrel, and we have lots of love. Hearts. Now, we have 2 people. Here's one. You can see the head and the body. Here's the head and the body. 2 people coming together in that lover's union. We have this face. Here are the eyes, the nose, and kind of look at that face. It's like a stone face. It's not sad, and maybe a little glum, maybe worried a little bit, maybe a little bit worried. It does look like we have I'm thinking of like a potion bottle or, some kind of alchemical vessel. We also have the bird over here, the blue jay. So let's go into these symbols. I feel that you have your spiritual protectors and they're around. They're watching out for you. They're letting you know. They're letting you know. And I feel like with the squirrel is all about saving our stacking our resources, putting them away, making sure that we're building something for ourselves, a nest egg, something to begin a company, just savings in general, being financially minded, but also resource minded. Okay. So I feel like there's almost this kind of like, wake up. Don't be distracted by the love. And I mean, I'm just going to be honest. I feel like at times you have had love affairs, you've had lovers and beloveds and maybe a spouse or two that you get so immersed in the relationship that it can become very distracting to some of the, priorities, your responsibilities, your dreams, your desires. Now, I'm not saying that you're somebody that always changes yourself or you make yourself small or you're bending to the whims of your partners or whatever. But I think at times you might lose sight a little bit, which, listen, we all do. And sometimes it's the circumstances. Maybe you meet somebody, you kind of, we like each other. Maybe we're falling in love a little bit. And then all of a sudden, hey, we're having a kid, or whatever it is, right? you decide, oh, we're going to move in together. And this all changes everything. It changes your routines, the dynamic of the relationship, you know, what you have time for. When we commune with somebody in our lives, when we couple ourselves, when we become close, when we affect somebody and they affect us, it changes our life. If it's perceivable or not, it will change the flow of things. So I feel like this is kind of like your spiritual guides telling you, be careful, be mindful. There might be the beginnings of a crush, courtship, some kind of love affair, maybe a rekindling of your marriage. But I feel like, you know, it feels good, and that's wonderful. I hope it is the most wonderful relationship, courtship, you know, dalliance, whatever it is. I hope it is fantastic. But don't give anything up of yourself for them. We're in the year. I just told Sagittarius this in my last reading. Baby, we are in the year of 2025, which equates to we're not abandoning ourselves anymore, period. We are showing up for ourselves. We are going to be here for ourselves. We are going to love ourselves like nobody else can love us. Maybe your mother, right? Hopefully, if you were lucky. But yeah, we're not doing none of that anymore. We're not going to pretend. We're not going to wear all the masks. We're not going to jump through hoops. We're not going to, give up our hopes, dreams, desires. No more. No. We are putting ourselves first, period. So, this is your little, don't get lost in it. Don't get lost in it, baby. All right, let's see. So we also have that potion, love potion, right? You can see with the little hearts and stuff. So I do feel like this is going to be a very connected bond, a very deep desire. I feel like this is going to be a person, and let's just say, it doesn't have to be romantic. It might just be, a physical thing, but it also could be friendship. You found your, divine sibling. You found the person that you want to tell everything, right? All the little snafus, the little victories of your day. You want to text them. You want to call them up and say, hey, guess what? So I do feel like it's a very potent love, desire, connection. Okay, so we have, it looks like the coyote or wolf right here. You can see we have the eyes, the little ear right here. The mouth is open, howling. Okay, we also have the number 27. 27. We also have the letters KO. Or ED, maybe, Ed. Now, we also have Kronos, or the archetype of death right here, riding in on a horse. Here's the head of the person, or the archetype. The robe. Here's the scythe right here. So an ending. We also have it looks like the letter Z right here. Yeah. We also have that devil energy right over here. So a rebellious energy, an end. I want to see. Let's get our Oracle of the Radiant Sun. I want to see what is the end. What is this end thing that the death archetype is showing up? What is finishing? I know we have a beginning, so I guess there must be an end to something. Now I'm going to actually move this right here. We're going to see. Tell us, Oracle. And I'm just going to flip through. We'll probably do, I don't know, however many. Okay, so companionship. This is what we're talking about. In the first part, definitely. This idea of companionship coming up in your life. Okay, now, what is the ending, though? Okay, so we have riches, adaptability, choice. Action. Decision. My goodness, lots of decision making. Let's see. We're going to keep going. Criticism. And practicality. Okay. And concentration. All right. Let's see. So, I feel that riches, choice, protection. So I feel like your last relationship or marriage, I feel like you just never fully aligned. I feel like you're always trying to just adjust a little bit to feel like you get to that place. That deeper place with somebody. And I feel that, you had a practical relationship. Absolutely. And as a Capricorn, I'm a Capricorn ascendant. So, plus a Virgo. And it's all about that practice. Is this, we love the love and romanticism and all these things, but is it going to work in the world, right? Is this a functional thing? Is it going to be practical? Am I going to be able to consistently show up in this relationship and do the things that I need to do? I feel like there was a lot of criticism coming from not only them, but you as well. I feel like that's part of the misalignment that was going on. So here within this relationship, there's these constant decisions, choices. Are we staying together? Are we not? Are they going to be happy with this? Are they not? Am I happy with this? Am I not? Constantly, almost to the point where it's like, this is so much. Why am I having to? I feel like in a way I'm trying to raise somebody. Teaching them, educate. So many questions and whatever. But it's not that you are feeling like you're raising your partner, but the relationship itself is a third entity, constantly trying to figure out how am I going to make this work, and I feel like you stayed because you felt protected, safe. It was the thing that felt familiar, right? Which, listen, I get it. Safety, protection, feeling comfortable, at least something familiar. Yeah, I get that. I think a lot of us do. But I feel like at the base level of things, so much is going into trying to get this relationship to work that you are not focused on the work at hand. We have the star in the middle of the spider web. Now, the spider web, to me, is all about weaving our dreams, like the magician, like the grandmother, right? Creating, manifesting. The star are our goals, the things that really drive us, our drivers. And to me, in that previous relationship, you had less and less ability to concentrate on what was important. And I think that you knew that, obviously. And I feel that, yeah, you've broken away from that old thing. Now, I don't think that you're a person that goes from one relationship to the next quickly. I don't think there's any overlap. In fact, I think that you've had a period of time to be by yourself. And you've done a lot of kind of grounding, centering, refocusing, as we talked about, right? Now, I feel like above all things, even above the romantic, impulses, wants, desires, it's companionship. For you, it's all about finding somebody you can just chill with, hang out with, be cool with. You don't have to worry, are they mad at me? Did I say the wrong thing? All this kind of stuff that can happen when you are in a misaligned relationship. Now, I think we're very much focused back on building up, like we talked about with that squirrel, building up your resources in your life, not just money, of course, but yeah, that's part of it. But it's like that emotional well-being, the love, the patience, the, desire, all of that, letting all of that stuff build back up. And I think that's exactly. And adaptability. I feel like you're finally in that place of healing where, yeah, you're willing to even consider letting somebody else into your life and rearranging things a little bit, right? To accommodate having a new relationship or friendship or rekindling the thing or whatever it is, right? So I feel like this is really, it's about that old place that you were in. And that feels like a lifetime ago, honestly. But coming into this new era. After a period of rebirth, self-work, spiritual alchemy, healing. That's the big one, healing. And I imagine the beginning of your individuation process. All right, let's see. We have the letter E. And I do feel like this, maybe is there like an Eddie? I feel like maybe this is somebody who was the patriarch. We have the emperor right there. I think that they have transitioned, but I feel like they left a lot of instructions about things. Like they were teaching you how to do stuff in their absence, right? Like you were the one that was trusted to like actually, do the things that they asked you to do. And I think things like, right, like keeping the family together, having holidays, making sure that, everybody is staying in contact and helping navigate when there are little disputes within the family. Or I feel like mostly, though, it's more about making sure you're rounding people up to see each other, right? Because I think you probably are in a family, and a lot of us are, where everybody waits for somebody else to make like an event, or say, oh, I'm having, I'm having like a Valentine's Day party. Everybody come to my house, whatever. And I feel like, yeah, you are the one that cares about family, right? The most, maybe. Where I feel like maybe your siblings and other family members are they don't seem super concerned with doing the work to get the thing going, right? Like if there's a family reunion, you're the one that thought about it, planned it, and did all the stuff, right? which I feel like at times can be a lot for you, but I also think that you take this role very seriously, as stepping into that patriarch position or that matriarch position, or, just being the one that is actively engaging with the family. So I see that being the thing. Really focused on trying to get through to you, because I do feel like something is going on with somebody in the family. I keep seeing keys, heart. There's a toilet. I feel like somebody has been having a lot of digestive issues. And I almost kind of feel like you're the one that's going to have to kind of get involved to almost drive them to the doctor, right? Help them say it. If this is your adult child, right? I don't know. You have a son, he's 25, he's starting to have stomach issues or whatever's going on, keeps putting it off. And finally, you're like, okay, I'm coming to pick you up. We're going to urgent care or whatever. Okay, I think it's a situation similar to this. Now, I don't think it's very serious. I don't see any indication of this being something to super worry about. But, of course, sometimes we just got to go in. We got to go find out what's going on. So I do. I think that something like this, and I feel like, this family member that has passed, I just feel that there's so much around in the last while. I don't know, maybe this is their favorite time of year, or maybe this is the time of year where you do have the family reunions and that kind of thing. But they're just all over. I feel like you feel them in your home, you feel them in the yard, you think about them constantly, and it's almost like I can envision this guy sitting next to you in the car while you're on your way to work, and he's just along for the ride. You know what I mean? It feels very much like he's hanging out. Okay, so we have number 100 as our first lucky number. We have number 49, 49, and 80. All right. We're going to finish with our Wild Bohemian affirmation cards. And I'm just going to flip through, stop where it feels right. And it says, I am soulful. Number 37. I am soulful. Great beauty and light twinkle in your heart eyes. You are pure love in motion. You are pure love in motion. All right, Capricorn, I love you. I love you. I love you. Thank you for being here with me today. It's always such a wonderful pleasure for me. I do. I love doing these readings. So if you want to subscribe, leave a comment. It's very helpful to the channel. Any kind of engagement. Yeah, I think that's it. I don't know. It's so hot here. I'm so I can feel the humidity even in the house. It is 99% humidity. It's I think with the humidity, it's about 99 degrees right now. It's a sweaty day. I'm just going to be real. It's a sweaty day. Capricorn, I love you. We'll talk in a few days from now. Take care of yourself. I love you. I love you. I love you. Good night.